Hi everyone, this is the third part of chapter 5 History through the eyes of travelers. And in this video, we will be discussing last two topics, that is Bernier and the degenerate East, and the other one is women, slaves, sati, and laborers. So let us start. Bernier and the degenerate. Ibn Battuta chose to describe everything that impressed and excited him. But Francois Bernier was preoccupied with comparing and contrasting what he saw in India with the situation in Europe, focusing on situations which he considered depressing. His idea seems to have been to influence policymakers and the intelligentsia. He constantly compared Mughal India with contemporary Europe, generally emphasizing the superiority of the latter. He ordered the perceived differences hierarchically so that India appeared to be inferior to the Western world. The question of land ownership. According to Bernier, one of the fundamental differences between Mughal India and Europe was the lack of private property in land in India. He thought that in the Mughal Empire, the emperor owned all the land and distributed it among his nobles, and that this had disastrous consequences for the economy and society. The absence of private property in land had, therefore, prevented the emergence of the class of improving landlords with a concern to maintain or improve the land. Bernier described in Indian society between the poor and the rich, there was no social group or class worth the name. Though none of the Mughal official documents suggest that the state was the sole owner of land. Bernier's descriptions influenced Western theorists from the 18th century onwards. The French philosopher Montesquieu, for instance, used this account to develop the idea of Oriental despotism, according to which rulers in Asia enjoyed absolute authority over their subjects. This idea was further developed as the concept of the Asiatic mode of production by Karl Marx in the 19th century. He argued that in India, before colonialism, surplus was appropriated by the state. However, this picture of rural society was far from true. A more complex social reality. Bernier felt that artisans had no incentive to improve the quality of their manufactures since profits were appropriated by the state. At the same time, he conceded that vast quantities of the world's precious metals flowed into India as manufactures were exported in exchange of gold and silver. He also noticed the existence of a prosperous merchant community engaged in long distance exchange. Sorry. Barnier described Mughal cities as camp towns, by which he meant towns that owed their experience and depended for their survival on the imperial camp. He suggested that they did not have viable social and economic foundations but were dependent on imperial patronage. Next topic is women, slaves, sati, and laborers. Travelers who left written accounts sometimes intrigued by the condition of women in the subcontinent. Sometimes they took social inequalities for granted as a natural state of affairs. For instance, Slaves were openly sold in markets like any other commodity and were regularly exchanged as gifts. When Ibn Battuta reached Sindh, he purchased horses, camels, and slaves as gifts for Sultan Muhammad bin Tughlaq. It appears from Ibn Battuta's account that there was considerable differentiation among slaves. Some female slaves in the service of the Sultan were experts in music and dance, and Ibn Battuta enjoyed their performance at the wedding of the Sultan's sister. Female slaves were also employed by the Sultan to keep a watch on his nobles. The price of slaves, particularly female slaves required for domestic labor, was very low, and most families who could afford to do so kept at least one or two of them. Bernier chose the practice of sati for detailed description. He noted that while some women seemed to embrace death cheerfully, others were forced to die. You may have noticed that travelers' account provide us glimpse of the lives of men and women during these centuries. At the same time, there were many noticed and unnoticed aspects of social life too. Thank you. This is the end of the chapter. Stay blessed.